Magandang araw sa lahat ng ating mga kababayan. Welcome back sa ating channel. Sa video na ito, pag-uusapan natin ang mainit na balita sa bansa. Tuluyan ng ibinasura ng House of Representatives ang impeachment complaint laban kay Pangulong Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. Ano ang naging desisyon ng Kongreso? Ano ang dahilan ng pagbasura? At ano ang magiging epekto nito sa politika ng Pilipinas? Kung gusto mo ng mabilis, malinaw at walang paligoy-ligoy na balita, nandito ka sa tamang channel. Simulan na natin.
We have come to the point of voting. And for the guidance of all the members, we will be voting first on the De Jesus impeachment complaint. Thereafter, we will be voting on the Massa et al. Impeachment complaint. For the guidance of everyone, let us all be reminded, both have been declared already as sufficient in form. And our voting this afternoon is on the determination of sufficiency in substance.
Okay na, pwede yan.
Before we proceed to voting, the Chair wishes to address the Justice Committee.
Pwede na.
We recognize the knowledge, expertise, and wisdom of all the members in this extensive and exhaustive deliberation in the De Jesus impeachment complaint and Massa et al. Impeachment complaints determination of sufficiency in substance. The Chair purposely became very liberal in hearing the members' comments and even questions and answers. This is in recognition of the extraordinary power of the sovereign Filipino people to impeach high-ranking official if they are liable to the law. As representative of the sovereign people, we are likewise their voice. And it is incumbent upon this committee to ventilate all possible views and opinions of the people whom we represent. Likewise, the extensive and exhaustive deliberation provided better and wider perspective as we come to the end of our deliberation. Mga kasama, before we vote on the sufficiency in substance of the De Jesus and Massa complaint, the Chair would like to remind everyone of the immense weight of the task at hand of this committee. Sa pagtukoy kung may sapat na substance ang mga reklamong ito, laging kinikilala ng komite ang sound discretion ng bawat miyembro. Your vote must be rooted in your individual appreciation of the facts, the allegations, and the annexes attached to the complaints. Although the rules of procedure on impeachment proceedings state that the requirement of substance is met when there is a recital of facts constituting the offense charge and determinative of the jurisdiction of the committee, huwag nating kalilimutan, impeachment is a sui generis proceeding. It is a class of its own. Hindi lang ito basta legalidad. Ito ay usapinding, politikal at moral. Uulitin ko po, ito ay isa sa pinakamakapangyarihang mandato na ibinigay sa atin ng konstitusyon. The 1987 Constitution has lodged this power in us, the members of Congress, who are duly elected representatives of the Filipino people. It is our duty to determine whether or not the highest officials of the country have committed acts that are so detrimental to the Filipino people that they deserve to be removed from office. Kaya naman, I urge every member of this committee, vote not out of convenience. Vote with your conscience. Isipin natin ang kapakanan at kinabukasan ng bawat Pilipino. Let us prove that in this hall, the interest of the Filipino people always comes first. Maraming salamat po.
Madam Chair. Madam Chair. Madam Chair.
Asan yun? The Honorable Nisay is recognized.
Before we vote on the De Jesus complaint, I would like to have a manifestation.
We recognize the Honorable Nisay for the purpose of his manifestation.
Point of order, Madam Chair.
What is the point of order of the Honorable
I'd like
Abante?
to ask, what is the purpose of the manifestation when he already spoke a lot of things?
Let us be
during
reminded that
time?
the Honorable Nisay is the endorser of the De Jesus complaint,
I do
so
realize that, Madam Chair.
the committee would like to accord.
I just would like to ask, what is the purpose of this manifestation?
Would
What
you
is
like to
the purpose?
answer the question of the Honorable Abante?
To explain the arguments. And the
Madam
closing
Chair, that has
statement.
been so
And the closing
explained.
statement.
Perhaps, Honorable Nisay, you just make a quick closing statement in support of the sufficiency in substance of De Jesus complaint.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
You may proceed.
Madam Chair, we respectfully reiterate, hindi pa po ito trial on the truth. Ulitin ko po ang relevant portion, Section 5 ng Rule 3 ng ating House Rules. The requirement of substance is met if there is a recital of facts constituting the offense charge and determinative of the jurisdiction of the committee. Ang proceedings natin ngayon ay masasabing nasa pleading level pa lamang. At ito ay dapat tumatalakay muna kung ang complaint ay may recital of ultimate facts at ang ultimate facts na ito ay maaaring mga acts, omissions at inactions na may kasamang konteksto na kung i-assume natin na totoo sa ngayon ay magkukonstitute talaga ng impeachable offenses. Keeping in mind that standard, I am respectfully submitting ng mga narinig kong manifestations ng dahilan ng substance insufficiency kahapon para rito sa De Jesus complaint ay mainly nagre-revolve na sa appreciation of evidence at ultimate truthfulness ng mga aligasyon. With all due respect, hindi pa po ito ang panahon ng paglilitis. Paulit-ulit ang ating Honorable Chair kahapon, ito ay preliminary stage pa lamang. Hindi lang din ako ang taong dapat sumagot dito. May complainant na nakapirma at nag-verify ng complaint na hindi pa naman naiimbitahan sa mga initial na pagdinig na ito. At this stage, the question is narrower. May facts alleged ba? May context ba? At may clear nexus ba to an impeachable ground? Sa unang argument o offense, Madam Chair and honorable members of the committee, sufficiency in substance that not require na may existing criminal charge already filed against the respondent, nor that the pleading uses the perfect criminal law label of kidnapping. Gaya ng mga tanong na ibinabato sa akin kahapon, ang recital of facts sa complaint na ito ay ang inaksyon ng presidente at hindi ng kung anong executive orders mula sa presidente. Maliwanag, Madam Chair, for this offense, the complainant narrates inaction kaya clearly may recital of ultimate facts. Hindi lang ito conclusions. Dagdag pa, these pleaded facts are attributable to the impeachable officer. Dahil nabanggit ko, may mga command responsibility ang ating Pangulo over through PNP. At assuming that these pleaded facts are true, then the allegation may constitute the culpable violation of the Constitution. Sa ikalawang argumento, napansin ko ho na ang mga tanong na ibinabato sa akin muli ay nagde-delve sa katotohanan o merito ng mga alugasyon. Inuulit ko po, ang tinutukoy na recital of facts ay ang inaksyon ng Pangulo na nagbibigay ng malinaw at maayos na kasagutan sa aligasyon ng paggamit
If I
umano.
may interrupt the Honorable Nisay, kindly shorten your closing statement. You've been given an ample opportunity during the deliberation of the sufficiency in substance of the De Jesus complaint. Kindly shorten your closing statement.
With all due respect, ito ay depensa na ng respondent at hindi ng mga members of the committee. Hindi pa po ito ang tamang panahon upang atakihin o pabulaanan ng recital of facts sapagkat inuulit ko, tayo ay nasa preliminary stage pa lamang ng proseso. Dagdag pa rito ang simpleng drug testing, particular na rin ang hair follicle drug test na matagal nang pinananawagan ng sambayanan ay nananatiling hindi may sagawa ng Pangulo. Kung tunay na nating inaasahan ng pinakamataas na pinuno ng bansa ay magsisilbing ehemplo lalo na bilang lingkod bayan, ang ganitong panawagan sana ay madaling tugunan upang alisin ang alinlangan at mapanatili ang tiwala ng publiko. Maliwanag, Madam Chair, for this argument, the complaint narrates another inaction which almost amounts to admission na mayroong naging illegal drug use ang Pangulo. Clearly, mayroong recital of ultimate facts, hindi lang ulit ito conclusions, at assuming that this is true, then the allegation may constitute betrayal of public trust na isa sa mga impeachable grounds. Sa ikatlong argumento naman, with all due respect, the absence of mandatory legal duty does not automatically erase an allegation from the real betrayal of public trust. The Constitution recognizes that some acts are short of being criminal but may still be serious breach of public trust when attended by bad faith, gross faithlessness, or gross misuse of discretion. Nakasaad po dito sa aking paunang speech kahapon na hindi namin dinidispute ang katotohanan na wala nga naman talagang legal duty ang presidente na magbito. Ang moral aspect din ang ating tinitingnan dito. Kung ating susuriin ang national budgets, mapapansin na lumobo na ang mga unprogram appropriations at record high kumpara sa mga nagdaang mga administrasyon. Sa makatuwid for this third offense, the complaint narrates on an omission of the part of an impeachable officer.
Honorable Nisay, I am aware that you have 5 offenses. You are on the third. Kindly shorten your closing statement.
Closing. Madam Chair, kung nakakalimutan natin na ang power to impeach ay parte ng ating checks and balances, kung sa umpisa pa lamang ay tila ipinagtatanggol na ang Pangulo, ano pang silbi ng checks and balances na ito? Huwag sana nating gawing mas komplikado ang sufficiency in substance. It was meant to be simple and workable because impeachment is the Constitution mechanism to ensure accountability of impeachable officers. Kapag may seryosong aligasyon at red flags, hindi natin pwedeng sabihing bahala na. Kapag may seryosong aligasyon at red flags na nagiging pattern na, hindi natin pwedeng i-technical ang private citizen na dumudulog sa atin. Hindi tayong pwedeng magbulag-bulagan sa mga hinaing ng ating mga kababayan na mas malubhang naapektuhan at mas maapektuhan ng mga aligasyon na ito. Dahil katulad ko, alam ko ang bawat isa sa inyo ay nakikita rin ng mga ito. Ang gusto lang din naman ng taong bayan ay buksan natin ang pinto ng proseso at dinggin ang kanilang mga hinaing. Madam Chair, in view of the foregoing, I respectfully submit that the impeachment complaint be deemed sufficient in substance and that it accordingly be allowed to proceed to the next stage of the proceedings. Maraming salamat po, Madam Chair.
Because we gave opportunity to Representative Nisay to make a closing statement in support of the De Jesus impeachment complaint, in the interest of equality, we are giving as well the same opportunity to the endorsers of Masa et al. Impeachment complaint. The Honorable Tino.
Madam Chair, we will give the 3 endorsers, but I think we are now ready to vote on the first one.
How many endorsers will be delivering a closing statement?
3. Pero
Three?
That's
maiksi lang
fine.
po,
Yeah,
Madam Chair.
That's okay. The 3 can speak. But let us now vote because we're finished through already with the first one. So that we can already decide on the first one after hearing the closing statement.
Honorable Rodriguez, the chair wishes to do the voting one after the other, immediately one after the other. So I wish to request Honorable Tino only to deliver the closing statement.
Madam Chair, I wish to state that I always agree with the chair.
Thank you, Honorable Rodriguez.
Madam Chair, you said only.
Will Honorable Co and Honorable Ilago be amenable to that? That it will only be Honorable
Only.
Tino who will be delivering the closing statement in support of the, or you can choose who among the three of you.
To my understanding, Madam Chair, the motion provided by Honorable Rufus is that we vote first on the first complaint. And
He
then,
withdrew his motion already because he said he's always following the chair.
okay. We'd still like to provide a short manifestation if possible, Madam Chair.
Yes, please, but we will be allowing only one endorser in support of Masa et al. Complaint. This is only in the interest of equality
Sige
because
po.
we heard the closing statement
Okay.
of the Jesus
Ako na lang?
impeachment complaint. Honorable Tino, you're recognized.
Maraming salamat, Madam Chair. Bumoto ang committee ito na sufficient inform ang Masa et al. Complaint. Ibig po sabihin, verified complaint na nakabatay sa personal knowledge and authentic records. Kaya settled na po ang usapin na ito. No, as far as this stage of the proceedings is concerned. Narito tayo ngayon sa determination of sufficiency in substance. At ang kinakailangan lamang po rito ay tiyakin na merong recitation of facts na nagpapatungkol sa isang ground for impeachment at therefore dapat na maging patuloy na paksa ng komiting ito. Malinaw na palinaw po na sufficient in substance ang Masa et al. Complaint. Meron pong malinaw na ground, betrayal of public trust, laban kay Pangulong Bongbong Marcos Jr. at malinaw din po ang recitation of facts na pinagbabatayan nito. Una, yung institutionalization ng formula para sa preparasyon ng National Expenditure Program na sinabmit ng Pangulo sa Kongreso sa 3 taon ng kanyang presidency, no? At ito ang sistema na punot dulo ng flood control corruption scandal. Yun yung tinatawag nating BBM parametric formula na karugtong ng mga sistema ng mga proponent o modus ng mga proponent, commitment or kickback mula sa mga corrupt na contractor tungo sa mga corrupt na opisyal. No? Pangalawa, sinabi dito as a relation of facts na inabuso ng Pangulo ang kanyang discretion sa paggastos ng budget, particular sa unprogrammed appropriations. Kung ang una ay sa preparasyon, ang pangalawa ay sa implementasyon o paggastos ng budget. Malinaw na binanggit, ni-recite sa complaint na sole and exclusive ang discretion ng Pangulo sa paggastos. Kung ano ang paggagastusan at kung ano ang hindi paggagastusan ng unprogrammed appropriations at inugnay natin ang pinaggastusan ng unprogrammed appropriations na inaprubahan ng Pangulo mismo, direktang at personal sa corruption. No? At kasama rin dito sa abuse ng kanyang discretion ang pagpahintulot na gamitin ang PhilHealth funds para sa infrastructure kahit alam ng lahat na ang pondo ng PhilHealth ay ayon sa batas, PhilHealth law at saka laws on sin taxes hindi pwedeng gamitin para sa ibang purpose kung hindi para sa kalusugan. No? At panghuli ay sinasabi dito na direktang may paglahok sa insertion at pagdanggap ng kickback ang Pangulo. No, sa madaling sabi, sufficient in substance po ang complaint at ang pinakamahalaga po dito ay sinasagot ang tanong. No? Nangyari ang pinakamalalang corruption na tinatawag nating flood control corruption scandal sa unang 3 taon ng pagkapangulo ni Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. Ang tanong ng lahat, alam ba to o hindi alam ng Pangulo na nagaganap ang ganitong corruption? No? Sinasagot po ng complaint, sinasabi dito, hindi lang sa alam niya, kung hindi siya ang nagpahintulot at may direktang partisipasyon sa corruption na ito ay pagtataksil sa tiwala ng taong bayan at therefore dapat siyang ma-impeach.
The chair declares the termination of all forms of statements and manifestations. We shall now proceed to vote. The chair is ready to hear the motion for the declaration of sufficiency in substance of the De Jesus impeachment complaint.
Madam Chair,
The Honorable Zamora is recognized.
Madam Chair, I move to declare the De Jesus complaint insufficient in substance. Insufficient in substance.
There is a motion to declare the De Jesus complaint insufficient in substance. Is there a second?
Second.
The same has been seconded. Is there any objection? May I ask, Honorable Nisay, if you are a member?
Yeah? Member. I'm a member.
Are you a member of the Justice Committee?
Ex officio member. Deputy
Okay.
minority.
As an ex officio member, then he has the right to vote. And
I
even to raise a motion.
I object, Madam Chair.
There is a motion to declare the De Jesus impeachment complaint insufficient in substance. The same has been objected to. We therefore divide the House. Again, the motion is to declare the De Jesus complaint insufficient in substance. Those who are in favor of the motion, please raise your right hand. You may put down your hands. Those who are not in favor of the motion, please raise your right hand. You may put down your hand. Those who abstain, please raise your right hand. You may put down your hands. With a vote of 42 in favor of the motion, 1 against the motion, and 3 abstain, the chair therefore declares the impeachment complaint of De Jesus insufficient in substance. At this juncture, the chair is ready to hear the motion for the declaration of sufficiency in substance of Masa et al. Impeachment
Madam
complaint.
Chair,
The Honorable Erice is recognized.
Madam Chair, I move that we declare the Masa complaint as sufficient in substance. So move, Madam Chair.
There is a motion to declare the Masa et al. Impeachment complaint sufficient in substance. Is there any second?
Second
Who seconded? The Honorable De Lima seconded. Is there any objection?
I object.
The motion has been objected to. We therefore divide the House. Let me restate. The motion is to declare Masa et al. Impeachment complaint sufficient in substance. Those who are in favor of the motion, please raise your right hand. You may put down your hands. Those who are not in favor of the motion, please raise your right hand. Are you okay? You may put down your hands. Those who abstain, please raise your right hand. Nasaan ang boto? Wala pa. With vote in favor of the motion, 7, and those against the motion, 39, with 0 abstention. The chair declares the Masa et al. Impeachment complaint insufficient in substance.